Good morning, boys and girls. How are you doing, young ladies and young gentlemen? I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and that you have rested and you are ready to take on this new week. So, this week our goal is to turn our weakness into strength. Our weaknesses into strengths. So, what it means is what you think you can't do, you need to really work on that. It will show you that you can really do it. You will see for yourself that when you think you can do something, then you are able to do it, okay? And one of you guys said something really interesting this week, or the past few days. They said, "Teacher, you know what?" I'm like, "What?" Like, time is the most expensive thing you can get in this world. Then I asked, "But why would you say that?" Then they said, "Because once it passes, you can never take it back." So does opportunities, guys. Don't let them pass you by. So grab each and every opportunity, make use of it. Okay? Remember, when we think left, think right, we think up, we think down. All the things that you can think only if you think, right? Yeah, so I hope you guys are willing to work on your goal, which is what? To turn your weaknesses into strengths, right? And this week for math, we are going to be doing bonds of 19. We are going to be given a part. Then we need to figure out what the other part is in order to get what? 19, right? And then for our prime, we are doing subtraction this week, guys. We are doing subtraction without regrouping. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? Then for mental math, we are dealing with cents this week. And then for our fractions, it is a surprise. And for our Bible and memory verse this week, we are looking into the book of Proverbs 16 verse 32. And what does it say? It says, "Whoever is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit than who takes a city." Wow, there's a powerful message in that. So, mouth works faster than your mind. Have you ever thought of that? Yes, because sometimes you say things that you don't really mean because you never actually thought about it, right? Hence, think twice and flee when you are tempted to act when you are angry. So we are going to learn how to do what? To stay calm in all the situations that comes in our way, right? Cool. And for literature, we are still doing the Dolphin Diaries, right? And we know how excited Jody is about going on the research with her family, right? Then what happens when everybody is there? Remember, we've got who? We've got the captain, we've got the cook, right? And then we've got the mom, the dad, and the brothers, right? So then what happens is that Harry Pierce's daughter by the name Brittany gets on board. Why? Because her mom had to rush off somewhere. Then she had no choice but to send the child with Harry. But then the child doesn't want to go sailing with the father. She wants to go somewhere else. And then remember, she's only 13 years old. She's only 13, but she is convinced that she can look after herself, right? Then when she's there, no matter how hard Jody tries to make friends with her, but with no success, right? Instead, what does the child do? What does Brittany do? She acts like a brat. So let us continue reading this story and find out what's going to happen next. Is she going to go with them? Are they going to enjoy their vacation, which she thinks it's a vacation, not realizing that the dad is actually doing his job, right? And then we are doing, for English, we are doing phonics. Then we are doing comprehension. For comprehension, this week we are going to be doing thank you. One. We are going to be doing what? Thank you, number one. And then we've always, like any other weeks, we are going to be doing our spelling. And then for grammar, we are going to be looking at capital letter I, right? So what are the rules around the capital letter I? Right? Then for phonics, we are going to be putting what? Ending sounds and beginning sounds. Het is maandag en dit is maandag en die week leer ons vorms. Good morning learners, it is Monday and this week we are learning about shapes. So for history this week we're going to learn about the Mussolini's march to Rome. But we can see that around World War II, the Italian army during this time was a royal army with King Victor Emmanuel and the commander-in-chief. However, the dictator and the prime minister of the Fascist party were in true control of the Italian army. Who could be their chief or their dictator be? Their dictator is who? Is Benito Mussolini. But then what does he do as he takes control of Italy? Does he implement any changes? What does he do? Does he start wars? What is he good at? We are going to look at all those things this week. And for business, we are doing revision. But what are we revising on? We are revising on what is money. What can money be? Is there a certain value around money? And then, what does the Bible think of money? And then we are going to we are going to revise about the steps to good stewardship. Right? So, I hope you guys still remember what we've learned about money and how we need to think about money, right? And this week for Geo, we are where? We are in Asia. I hope you guys are excited to learn more about this continent. And then the 3 countries that we are going to learn, their fact file is what? Is China, Japan, and Thailand. Then I hope you're excited to find out about this country by the name Thailand, where your cousin lives, right? For biology this week, we are learning about underwater plants. But what type of plants are these and how do they survive underwater? So I hope you guys are excited to find out more about these special plants, right? For human anatomy this week, we are going to be learning about how our skin protects us. Sounds interesting. Remember, we've got 3 important layers in our skin, which we called what? The epidermis, the dermis, and what?
The hypodermis.
Hypodermis, right? so pleasing to see that you guys still remember what we learned about beginning of this year about our skin. But now we're going into more details about our skin. Ouch! Not again! Well, today for Science and Tech, we are learning about the invention of sticking plasters. So, when you cut your finger or scrape your knee, you stick what? You stick a plaster on it, right? But who thought of sticking plasters? It was a man named Earl Dixon who came up with the idea. So all thanks to his clumsy wife. All thanks to his clumsy wife. Because every time she washed dishes, she would accidentally hurt herself. Then that's how Earl got the idea of inventing plasters.
That's all, folks. That's all, folks.